This is the first estate, and this lesson centers on cast them into outer darkness on planets foretold. On your screen is an image of the Nag Hammadi, and these, as you know, are Gnostic texts. Gnostic comes from the Greek word gnosis, which means the secret or hidden knowledge of God. Within this book, we're going to go to the Gospel of Truth. Now, within the Gospel of Truth, we're going to go to the Father knows his plans in paradise. And we're going to concentrate on the second paragraph. The Father is at rest in will. Nothing happens without his pleasure. Nothing happens without the Father's will. And his will is incomprehensible. His will is his footprint. So, like your fingerprint, your footprint is also your signature. Okay? So, let me divert your attention to the top left-hand corner of the screen. That's where I will be keeping the biblical verses that I will be using throughout this lesson. Moving along. This is the Strong's Concordance. This book contains the definition of every word in the King James Bible, Old and New Testament. Within it is a print-off from the Blue Letter Bible, Strong's Concordance, and the word is will. So we just covered that will is the Father's footprint, which is his signature. Okay? So, what one wishes or has determined shall be done. Yeah, all things came into existence by the will of God. Okay? So, moving along. Brings us here to the word helm. Okay? So, helm, a ship's rudder. Now, we're going to go to the book of James. Okay? In the book of James, we're going to go to chapter 3, verse 4. Behold also the ships, which though they be so great and are driven of fierce winds, yet are they turned about with a very small helm, whithersoever their governor listeth. That governor being Jesus. So we have Wilhelm. That's the name. All right, Wilhelm. So brings us here to the name Williams. Now, as you can see, lost tribes of Israel. Williamses are of the Israelite stock. Now, as we move along or down, you'll see that their symbol is a rose. All right, so we're going to move on to here. Second page of that particular name. As you can see right here, Williams breaks down to Wilhelm. So Williams is actually written in the Bible. So helm means helmet, protection. All right. Now, we're going to go to the book of Solomon. Okay. Songs of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 1. I am the rose of Sharon and the lily of the valleys. Okay. So once again, rose is the symbol. And we know that King Solomon is the son of King David. Okay. So the Williamses are the head of the house of King David. Now, brings us here. And we're going to go to the book of Psalms now. In the book of Psalms, chapter 75, verse 8, states, For in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red and full of mixture, and he poureth out of the same, but the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth, shall wring them out and drink them. So, wine is red and full of mixture. Okay? So, right here, you have an off red type of drink, Long Island iced tea, Captain Morgan. All right? It's full of mixture. So, that brings us here to this particular word, taros. Now, taros, as you can see, means a tea rose. All right? So we know who the rose is. Williams. So, they're going to be the ones to inflict judgment upon these nations. So, taros is the word. Inflict judgment upon the wicked of these nations. Okay, so taros, and then we have the word exo. Okay, so without. The word is exo. Remember the key. It's always about the key to unlocking these mysteries. So the word is exo, like Exodus. All right. So as we move on from here, exo, tero. Okay. So we know that tero once again means tea, rose. All right. Now, tero also means earth. So this planet tero is similar to planet Earth. All right. So you zoom down here and give you a read what it says here. All right. So all planets are similar to Earth. Just Earth is the prime. Now, that brings us here to the word exoteros. See, right here. And the word is outer. So as we go to the book of Matthew, in the book of Matthew, we're going to read chapter 22, verses 9 through 13. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid them to the marriage. So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good. And the wedding was furnished with guests. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment. And he said unto him, Friend, how camest thou in hither not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then said the king to the servants, Bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Gnashing, of course, means to grind together in frustration, because it's going to be so much anguish and pain in this exoteros. This is another planet. Okay? So, as we move along, here we go. Darkness. Okay? So the word is skatos. All right? So the being cast into outer darkness. All right? Now, brings us here, and this is the book of Genesis. We're going to go to chapter 1, verses 1 and 2. Okay? In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. So darkness was upon the face of the deep. And as you can see, Hades, underground prison, okay? Cells. That's what a prison is, cells. All right? So, on these planets, that's what you're going to find. You're going to find underground prison cells, as well as war on the planets that these sinners, these wicked beings that live among us, are going to be shipped to or sent to. That's where they're going. Hades, which means hell. All right? So, as we move along, to further confirm Hades, right here, Hades, which means hell, grave. This is going to be their death on these planets. And Pluto, which means Hades. Now, Pluto's is a planet that's very cold, but yet hell is a hot place. So, what does that mean? That means it's a war planet. We're going to send these people to war zones because that's what they did in life. So, we're going to give them what they want. Okay? They're just due. All right? So, we go here. And as you can see, the word is lem, lem, from the Free Dictionary. Okay, a lunar excursion. All right, so once again, you see what it means. All right, so the portion of the Apollo spacecraft and landed on the moon. So as these moon landings take place, what they're doing is in these satellites, they're surveying these planets out there. And you see certain movies like, let's say, Predators. Now, the Predators movie, not the one with the original with Arnold Schwarzenegger, but the one with Adrian Brody, where people are falling from the sky with these parachutes. And as they're falling, they're waking up. And they're waking up on this planet that is just an abysmal planet. And it has predators on it. That's where these people will be sent, the wicked. So they're not just going there to fight each other, they're going to fight creatures. That's why you see that in the movies. So lem na. What does na mean? Na means no. They don't want to go. All right? They don't want to go, but they will be going. Okay? So Amos chapter 9, verse 2. Though they dig into hell, then shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down, because they don't want to face their judgment. They're already leaving the planet and going to distant places and just trying to hide out right now. And these are the elites, the ones with all the major money within the world that's running society. That's what they're doing. They're trying to leave the planet because they're trying to escape judgment because they think God's eyes are only here on this planet, Earth, and it's not. Okay? So, lemna, right here, key, lemna. See, that's why the key is very important. So, as we go on to the book of Revelations, chapter 20, verse 15. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. Yeah, they were cast into Lemna, all right? The place where nobody wants to go. Yet, they're big, bad, and tough right now. But listen, nobody's that tough, okay? Everybody believes in God, all right? So, as we move along, we have, once again, the key per, okay? This is what we're going to concentrate on, P-U-R, and it means fire, a place where people are going to be purified. Okay, they're going to learn their lesson the hard way. They will become purified people the hard way. All right, so P-U-R. So here we go with the P-U-R. Okay, a low murmuring sound as of a cat. Yeah, they're going to become very innocent in this place. But the word here is peasant. Okay, you're nothing but peasants, all you rich men. All right, you're peasants to the house of King David. Bower, okay, spelled two different ways. All right, means the same thing. Peasants. Now, as we move on, Meyer Amschel Bauer of the Rothschild family. See, the banker. So, as I was saying, the elites of this world, the ones who run the banking system, they are nothing more than peasants with money. And that's what they're going to see. And they're going to learn it the hard way. But anyway, I will not read this in its entirety. I will just scroll all the way down and allow you to read it at your own leisure. Okay? Now, moving on. So we come to the word Bauer. All right? Now, we're going to go to the book of Revelations. Okay? So we're going to go to the book of Revelations. All right? And we're going to go to Revelations chapter 2 verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Revelation chapter 3 verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. So, these liars, these people who call themselves Jews and are not, you know where you're going. You're going to that land in outer darkness, the war planet, because that's all you've done is create war and strife on this planet. So you're going to get your karma, all right? And of the Jews, or the people who call themselves Jews, the fake Jews, the ones that escape that judgment and remain here on this planet, you're going to bow to the feet of the true Jews, which are the Negroes. Okay? I'm not speaking of Africans. Those are the children of Ham. I'm talking about the blacks, the North Americans, the true indigenous people of North America. Okay? So, Bower or Boer. Okay? So, you see the word Boer. And who are these people? Well, the Hamites had a problem with these people a few years back. Remember the farming situation? These are the people in South Africa, the farmers. These are known as the Boers, see? Dutch colonists in South Africa, right? These are the Boers, all right? So, I want to go to 1A, just to more insight on them. A descendant of any of the Dutch Huguenot colonists who settled in South Africa, mainly in Cape Town. Okay, so we covered that. So here we go. From the Free Dictionary, the word is cop. And as you can see right here, when you see the word African spelled this way, that's who it's talking about. You know, the people call themselves white, okay, throughout the world. Okay, in this particular case, the ones in Africa, which means head, okay? So you see right here, and it's the South Africans, okay? So, in the book of Revelations, chapter 2, let's go there, chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So, as you can see, the word cop also means cop, see, with a K or C, see? So, these people and the word devil is just relative. So, cop to, we know what the word to means, okay? In direction toward and things of that nature towards reaching as far as cop to. Now, written scripture. See the key? Cop to. Key, once again, very important. All right? So we're going to go to the book of Revelations, chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. All people shall wail because of him. The ones who pierced him, the fake Jews, the ones who have stolen my identity, the black's identity. Okay? They're wailing right now. They're very, very afraid of what's coming upon the planet, the Coptu. Okay? So, it also says cut off. See? These people will be cut off from this planet. All right? Now, Once again, you see the word cut off. All right? Now, in the book of Zechariah, chapter 13, verses 8 and 9. So in the book of Zechariah, chapter 13, verses 8 and 9, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, two parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third part shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, the Lord is my God. So he's the God of the children of Israel, the blacks, the Negro, the indigenous people of North America, the rightful owners. But the people who call themselves Jews, these ones who are going to be cut off and die. Why? Because you're going to be taken to a different planet, a distant planet, war planet. Okay? Now, as we move on, and note the word here is karath. Okay? That's the key. Karath. So, once again, cut off and karath. That's the word. So, I want to concentrate on number 4, to take away. See, they're going to be taken away. All right? This is a punishment they're trying to avoid. So, karath, we're going to break it down in the syllables. It's what we do. That's what you were taught in school. Okay? One of the few useful things that you can use that you were taught in school. So, ka, an attendant spirit supposedly dwelling as a vital force in a man or statue. Okay? So that's what it means, ka, in ancient Egypt. Okay? And then Ra. So, right here. Now, from the Free Dictionary. And we're going to go to the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 5, verse 7. Nevertheless, David took the stronghold of Zion. The same is the city of David. As you can see, the word stronghold. Okay, so now a circular enclosure surrounded by an earthen wall used as a dwelling and stronghold in former times. So that's what the Karath is. Remember, Karath or Ka, a spirit dwelling in a man or statue. All right, so moving on, this is Arath right here. See? So, what exactly does this mean? So, we're going to go to the book of Luke, Karath. In the book of Luke, chapter 16, verses 19 through 24, there was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fared sumptuously every day. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels in Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. And in hell he lift up his eyes, being in torment, and he seeth Abram afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water, and cool my tongue, for I am in torment in this flame. But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest the good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented. And beside all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that would come from thence. So from here to there, or there to here. All right? Now, we're going to go to 2 Samuel chapter 23, verse 15 through 20. And David longed and said, "Oh, that one would give me drink of the water of the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate." And the three mighty men brake through the host of the Philistines and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem that was by the gate, and took it, and brought it to David. Nevertheless, he would not drink thereof, but poured it out unto the Lord. And he said, "Be it far from me, O Lord, that I should do this. Is not this the blood of the men that went in jeopardy of their lives? Therefore, he would not drink it." These things did these three mighty men. And Abishai, the brother of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, was chief among three, and he lifted up his spear against 300 and slew them, and had the name among three. Was he not most honorable of three? Therefore he was their captain. Howbeit he attained not unto the first three. And Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man of Kabzeel, who had done many acts, he slew two lion-like men in Moab. He went down also and slew a lion in the midst of a pit in time of snow. Okay? Lion-like men. As you can see, this is some type of hybrid beast creature. It's not a lion, okay? But as you can see, it is a, leopard-looking type of creature with the arms of a man, hands of a man, and then it has, the claws right here. This is your karath, right? These are the type of creatures that these people, these wicked men of this planet who like to inflict these bizarre punishments on everybody, this is where they're going to go, to these outer planets and outer darkness, and they're going to see creatures like these. All right? In David, in reference to the water that the rich man wanted in his torment, David needed water during his time of war against these creatures. So as you can see, that's what it's referring to. But David would not drink it until his men and their mission was accomplished. All right? So as we move on, we go here. And as you can see, the word is alien. All right? So in the book of Hebrews, that's where we're going to go to next. Book of Hebrews. And we're going to go to the book, or chapter 11, verses 32 to 34. And what shall I more say? For the time would fail me to tell of Gideon, and of Barak, and of Samson, and of Jephthah, of David also, and Samuel, and of the prophets, who through faith subdued kingdoms, wrought righteousness, obtained promises, stopped the mouths of lions, quenched the violence of fire, escaped the edge of the sword, out of weakness were made strong, waxed valiant in fight, turned to flight the armies of the aliens. See, they fought very bizarre looking creatures. All right? So, here we go. Pseudepigrapha, Volume 1. More Gnostic scriptures. Gnostic comes from the Greek word gnosis, which means the secret or hidden knowledge of God. I reiterate, okay? Now, within this book, we're going to concentrate on chapter 4, verses 1 through 10. See? 1 through 10. All right? So, then I walked, and of course, this is the apocalypse of Zephaniah. Okay? Then I walked with the angel of the Lord. I looked before me, and I saw a place there, thousands of thousands and myriads of angels entered through it. Their faces were like a leopard, okay? Their tusks being outside their mouth like the wild boars. Their eyes were mixed with blood. Their hair was loose like the hair of women, and fiery scourges were in their hands. When I saw them, I was afraid. I said to that angel who walked with me, of what sort are these? He said to me, these are the servants of all creation, who come to the souls of ungodly men and bring them and leave them in this place. They spend 3 days going around with them in the air before they bring them and cast them into their eternal punishment. Remember, I mentioned the movie Predators with Adrian Brody. I said, I beseech you, O Lord, don't give them authority to come to me. The angel said, don't fear. I will not permit them to come to you because you are pure before the Lord. I will not permit them to come to you because the Lord Almighty sent me to you because you are pure before him. Then he beckoned to them, and they withdrew themselves, and they ran from me. See? So all the wicked are going here to become purified people or individuals. All right? That's where the wicked are going. Because you can never dwell on this planet Earth again without a pure soul, pure heart. All right? So with that, we're going to move on to here. The word is woe. So as you can see what the word woe means. Okay? Grievous distress, affliction, or trouble. Grief. Okay? Lament. All right? Now, once again, the word is woe. And woe means ho. Ho, ho, ho. All right? So, we're going to move on. And here, the word ho. Okay? Expression of laughter. Also whore. Because you whorish women, this is where you're going to be going as well. It's not just something that's directed towards men. And you women seem to think that you're so innocent and that you can cry your way out of situations, and you can't. So, we're going to go to the book of Revelations, chapter 21, verse 8. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. So this is a place where liars are going to be. The Jews who lied about who they truly are, or the people who call themselves Jews. That's where you're going. Because that's blasphemy against the Holy Spirit, which is the Bible itself. Okay? Bible was written by the Holy Spirit, and you blasphemed it by preaching this lie throughout the world that you are the true people of God. So this is where you're going. Okay? And whoremonger. A monger is a dealer or trader. In other words, a pimp or a madam. This is where you're going. All right? So, once again, the word is ho. And we're going to go to the book of Revelations chapter 2, verse 9. So we're going to go there once again. Okay? So Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. So, the word is that. I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews, but are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. So, ho to you, okay? The word ho, God's laughing at you because you're going to the place of torment. And I will read this one more time, and this is where I will end this program or this lesson. Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan. Okay? This one's for you. Now, with this, I will end this lesson. And this is the first state saying until next time.